Hello and thank you for tuning into this video. This is going to be a timeless tarot reading for Libra, Sun, Moon and or Rising signs. I'm going to be using the Halloween Oracle and the Animal Totem Tarot for this reading. And also keep in mind that this is a general reading, so this could resonate on different levels for different people in different ways, different situations. So just take what resonates and leave what doesn't. So let's just see what the overarching theme for your reading is today. Okay, so we have death and apple, risk and reward. So yeah, kind of like the vibe of weighing up options. Yeah, when it comes to like risk, it's like, do you really want something? Like, what's going to happen if you choose to what's the word, like go down a certain path, go after a certain thing? What is there to lose versus gain? Joy, rejoicing in the present. And actually, what's on the bottom of this deck? We have owl, wise seeing and wise action. So with the owl, I said this in another reading where we were using this deck, but owls are birds of prey, so they kind of assess the entire situation from a bird's eye view, and then they go down and attack once they have assessed the situation. And yeah, they know what's going on, they see the full picture. So yeah, there's just this vibe of going after yeah, it's just like going after something. And you may find yourself at a little bit of a crossroads, or kind of like a standstill, wondering do I just take the risk and do this thing, book this trip, hand out this resume, you know, whatever it is, we are, oh, should I do that? Should I, or is that the wrong thing? Let's pull some tarot cards and answer that question and dive a little bit deeper into this, because yeah, there is a big message of following what makes you happy as well with the joy card. Death definitely feels like the reason that you're kind of hesitating is because this is something that you haven't done before, or a path that you haven't really taken before, or you don't we don't know what's on the other side of death. So it can be scary. That's why a lot of people are afraid of dying. We can have our beliefs and we can have our ideas and stuff like that, but there's no way of proving it. We don't know until we die. So I'm not telling you to go and die, but what I am saying is to maybe a past version of yourself has to die for you to take this leap. Maybe you've been really fearful when it comes to whatever situation that you're dealing with. Yeah, it's just maybe this is something that has been not plaguing, but on the mind for a while, and just fear has kind of got in the way, or self-limiting beliefs, imposter syndrome. The star, if there ever was a yes, this is your yes. So this is just about doing something different, doing something unique to what you've already experienced or had the will to do. The Emperor reversed, the Hierophant reversed, the Knight of Wands. Okay, first of all, the Hierophant reversed, I see this as breaking traditions. So this could be like seen on a few different levels. So maybe your family, as one example, they raised you to go to like graduate school, go to university, and to be like a lawyer or a doctor, but like really your true calling is to be a skydiver, right? It's just something completely different that maybe like your family is like, what the fuck, like there's no fruits in that, like you're not really going to find true happiness doing that. But you know, with the Star card, with your dreams and your hopes and your wishes, that this is something that you really want to do. So that's one level. So you could see it on like a societal level of like breaking traditions, like family traditions, going down a different spiritual path than the one that you were raised with. Another level would be like breaking your own traditions, as in like your structures, beliefs and ideas about yourself and what you're capable of. So like you might think like, oh, I want to go after this dream and be a skydiver, but I just could never do that because like I just don't have the confidence to do that. In this case, this is about like breaking that tradition, that neural pathway in your brain that makes you think in this one track mind. It's like, I can't do this, I can't do this, I'm going this way. This is about moving in a completely different direction than what you've been comfortable or taught to do. And the Knight of Wands is just kind of like reinforcing that. It's just this like go for it kind of energy. It's very impulsive, acting on impulse, acting on like inspiration and drive within you. It's just like, this is what I want to do, I'm just gonna fucking do it. At least that's what the cards are telling you to do. And when it comes to like, because that, I think risk versus reward came up. Yeah, risk and reward. Like, I think there isn't really a risk here. Like the structures that have been placed around you are telling you that there is a risk. But like really the worst thing that can come from pursuing whatever you want to pursue is like getting rejected. And if we really like weigh that up, like if you hand the resume out and the job says no, we're not hiring, or you're not qualified or whatever, what's the worst thing? Like, did you fucking die? You know what I mean? Like sometimes when you get rejected or turned away from a situation, it just puts you back onto the path that you're supposed to be on. And in that case, I don't necessarily think that that would be like getting rejected from your hypothetical skydiving job and then going back to being a lawyer or a doctor. I think that this is just kind of maybe being like, okay, well, what do I need to study in order to be qualified to have something like this? Like, you're learning more about yourself and like what you need or what is and isn't for you. With the Emperor reverse, it's just like this like pull back. That's what I'm feeling with this. Because usually like the Emperor is all about like control and power. Reverse, it's just like, yeah, there's this like part of you that's like holding back. But this card is also about like I could read this card in a sense that's like self-control, because I do see like the Emperor reverse or reversal cards, sometimes it's like an internal energy. So rather than being like outwardly like powerful and confident and like in control. This is more about like being in control of your internal world and taking control of your internal world so that you can follow the star. So, do we have any more advice? Oh. 10 of Cups. Yeah, like just letting go of this fear and this like self-doubt and stuff is just gonna give you this. Like, this is like the happy family, and like that doesn't necessarily mean that, like, you know, for some people it could mean that if that's like what you're aiming for, but this is just about like fulfillment and having like everything that you have always wanted. Like, you need to be comfortable with being rejected and told no in life in order to get what you want. Like, you can't, like, you can't go through life being scared of things not working out, because life can be like that. Like, things just don't work out. Like, I believe that everything is like 50% like negative or kind of unfavorable experiences and 50% positive, happy, fun, silly times. So then we've got Queen of Swords. Like, this is just being real with yourself, because the Queen of Swords is all about justice and truth. If it wants to focus, it's a wolf. There we go. But yeah, the Queen of Swords is just cutting through the bullshit. Like, cutting through your own bullshit. Because, like, yeah, to get to where you want to be, to get to the star, to get to the life that you want, you need to, like, unfortunately, push through things and do hard things and, like, put in the work, because it's like, it, again, with that like 50-50 thing, it's like, if you don't, like, it sucks that not everything is like beautiful and easy and peaceful and happy doodah. Like, that would be great, but if it was like that, like, we wouldn't have any perspective. Like, if we didn't go through shitty things or do hard things, we don't actually reap the rewards. We don't actually have the perspective on like how good these things are. So it's a paradox, unfortunately. Two of Pentacles. I just want to see what's on the bottom of the deck to go with this card. Yeah. Five of Swords. Reverse. So I feel like this is just letting go of inner conflict and finding balance within yourself so that you can walk forward, but in the direction that you want to walk forward in. You can't, like, the thing that just popped into my head, like, you can't juggle like other people's things and yours at the same time. Like, maybe they weigh two different weights. I hope this is making sense and not gibberish, but it's just like, it's probably easier, I imagine, I can't juggle, but I imagine it would be easier to just juggle things that are all like the same weight rather than like things that are all different weights. So societal expectations might be like a really heavy weight, and then you've got what your expectations and dreams are. And again, when I say like societal, I also like that crosses over with like your personal, what's the word? I'm having a freaking mental blank. You know, like your personal struggles, the things that you think that you can't do, right? You can't juggle both. Like, you have to just do one way. So you're either going to choose to do things the way that everyone else wants you to do them, or the way that your brain thinks that you have to do them but is not true, or you can decide to just juggle your dreams basically. And so this is just about like balancing that energy. I'm not even gonna, I just spilled so many cards then, so I'm not gonna read all of those. Just gonna pull a couple more. You know, I'm just gonna pull this one, whatever this is. The Fool reversed. So the Fool is all about like taking the leap, jumping off of the cliff, not knowing what is to wait for you. For me, seeing this in like a reversal, this is about like with the Emperor in reverse. It's just this like pull, like, oh, I don't want to jump, but you should just fucking jump because there's nothing to lose. Like, sure, like rejection or things like not working out, like it sucks, but it builds character and you get closer to what you want. Like, even if it means like a redirection or like reanalyzing things. Like, so I actually just want to pull one from this New Orleans oracle, because this oracle just gives me like happy, silly, fun vibes, and really that's what we want. Even though it's learning. Learning is hard. Learning takes time. Learning is a process. I just really feel like this is learning about yourself. This, like, I can see that it looks like DNA. So yeah, like learning about yourself, learning about how maybe like your behaviors come from, not just your behaviors, but your beliefs come from a wired place in your DNA. Like maybe your parents have a lack mindset and it's kind of rubbed off on you. With the Fool, and then we've got risk versus reward. Like this is telling you to take the risk. You got the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands doesn't fucking think. It just does. It's like, this is what I want to do, I'm going to do it. I'm vibing with this, I'm going to do it. And if it doesn't work out, there's going to be something else I can do, you know? So just exploring your, like what you're called to, you know? So yeah, I hope that this made sense and you got what you needed from this reading. If you like this video, please feel free to give it a like. It just helps me out, and it also helps to get the video out to other people who may be needing the message. And yeah, I hope you have a good day.